There's so many people out there who decide that they want to get healthy, but then once they start checking out all the different resources available to them to get started, overwhelm sets in. And I don't know about you, but when I feel overwhelmed, my first go-to response is to just not do it at all. It's too hard, too much, can't do it. So I am offering to you a solution to help you get started where it's not overwhelming, where it's not a long-term commitment, but it's one of those things you can just try on for size what clean eating and what being fit would feel like. Where we're just going to focus on 7 days because life is overwhelming. People have a lot going on. A lot of people don't like to make commitment because they're afraid that they're not going to like it. They're afraid they're going to fail. They're afraid something's going to come up. So I wanted to offer to you a solution where you would have lifetime access to 4 free workouts and you would receive the tools that were going to help you focus on how to start making changes to your diet, how to start incorporating healthy foods into your lifestyle that don't taste bad, and how to make some simple steps that are going to make your life easier so that it doesn't seem daunting trying to overhaul your eating, to change your eating habits. But it's just a few little steps here and there over a week's time that are going to help you see how you can feel better and how you can do this without completely taking your life, turning it upside down and shaking it up. And I know that most people out there know the answer. They know the things they need to do. They know the things they need to cut out. But the problem is it's so overwhelming and they're looking at all the stuff that they have to do, all the things that they have to sacrifice, and it becomes scary. But here's the thing. Obesity and food-related disease and illness are a norm now. And I don't want it to be a norm. I know that when I got started in my journey back in early 2012, I didn't like the way I felt. I had went to the doctor. I had tried to find solutions to feel better, and nobody was willing to help me. There were no answers provided. And I just remember thinking that in my mid to late 20s, I didn't want to spend the rest of my life feeling the way I did. And so once I started to feel better because I was exercising, because I was making better choices, when I was putting better things in my body, I know that I started to feel good. And I was like, this is the way I'm supposed to feel. And I don't ever want to go back to feeling that way. And I want you to feel that way. I want you to have hope. I don't want you to settle for always being tired, always being run down, feeling like I used to feel that it's inevitable that I'm going to be sick most of November. I want you to have hope. And I want you to be able to change your way of thinking so that you can have influence over the people in your life, your loved ones. I know that when I got started on my health and fitness journey, my son was 18 months old. And I can tell how much easier it is for him when it comes to eating, when it comes to staying active, because he grew up in that lifestyle. Whereas my children that were older, it's not come as easy to them and we struggle. Although that they have been really great at embracing this healthy lifestyle, there were already things that were ingrained in their habits and their thinking from my unhealthy lifestyle that I don't want you to have to fight. That I found that it's harder to fight people who are in their 30s and 40s and harder to fight teenagers on making the changes. But it's easy to start when your kids are little because that's all they're going to know. Doesn't mean they're not going to have the same temptations, but I want people to get out of the mindset of that, oh, just let kids be kids, or that's totally normal, because I don't want you to embrace what's normal now, because what's normal now is not leading to happiness or health or longevity, and this is what I want. So I'm inviting you to try working with me for 7 days. Try embracing some of the tools that I have to offer you for just 7 days. You can try it out. You can see what it's like to work with me. You can see what it's like to just set goals for 7 days at a time and focus on making little changes. So are you ready?